Are we okay? Did we lose it? No idea. Welcome back. Did we lose it? Sorry, the cable must have become loose then. I'm sorry. Okay, here we are. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Microphone, okay. This mic is active. The MacBook mic is off. This camera's okay. You can see through to the next room, the printer's room there. Okay, again, for what we're doing, for those who haven't seen it before, this is the drying room. Up above my head here, these are the racks. There's string along the roof, and the paper is now going to be hung up on these strings. I can't show the whole thing all in one field, even if I zoom out. So for the moment, we'll just keep it like this. Start your counters. Oh, one more thing. I have to enlarge the font size. I think, yes, somebody reminded me about this a few minutes ago. Just a second. Chat settings. Chat appearance, font size, max, whatever. Okay, thank you guys. I did cover up the glue. Let's roll. What time is it? 9:18. Crap. How come it's taken so long today? Nanda. Well, I guess show and tell, I guess, is not going to be happening this morning then. Sorry. Priority for this work, absolutely. I can't let this paper sit here while we do a show and tell. I'm sorry. It's okay. That print set has been waiting for 40 years. It can wait another couple of days. So, Nave, it's 9:19 now. There's no time for a show and tell. I'm sorry. And I want to show that thing properly and carefully, so not in a rushed way. So let's just relax. We'll hang up this paper now, call the stream a stream, and then at the next stream on Saturday, on the next stream on Monday, we'll show the thing properly. So relax. What we're doing here, in case you haven't seen it before, these are just normal clips. Today, because the paper is narrow, I can do it with my own fingers. When we have wider paper, I don't have 3 hands, so we use a little piece of wood to open them together. But today, I'm just using 2 of the clips, so it's okay. Excuse me. The other thing about these clips, and again, we've explained lots of this before, but there's always new people here. The other thing about these clips is that they're a special type here in Japan, what they call shitagio, underwear clips. The clips themselves are smooth inside. There's no serrations, so they don't leave marks on the paper. Underwear hanging clips. Welcome to Japan. I guess they've got them everywhere. I don't know. Then the other thing to mention for people who haven't seen this before, the paper at the moment, the whole stack is face down. We did the top surface first, flipped it, and now we did it face down. So the top one here, I'm taking one sheet, flipping it so that the top sheet is now face up. The second sheet is still face down. So these top 2 sheets are now back to back. Now this is just a bit of extra insurance. They don't actually stick together when they are up hanging here. But if it were a bit too wet, and if they did stick together, it is the backs that would be touching each other. So if it did do that, we wouldn't get any marks on the front sheet of the paper. I don't know if it's really necessary, because they don't stick these days. They did when I was a beginner, but they don't stick now. There is a tiny indent mark. After I take the clips off, we can actually see where they were, because at that point, actually, the two sheets of paper are stuck together. By the force of the clip, it's squeezing two glued pieces of paper together, and the sheets do get stuck together at the clip points. And of course, we just separate them. They're not glued together that hard. But yes, you can see then where the clips were. So it's not 100% invisible. The stack up there is now looking like this. You can see we're working our way along. And bit by bit this morning I will be going. Then this afternoon, before this paper dries, I will be doing more sizing this afternoon, and we have the other half of the room has strings. So by tonight, this room is going to be full, wall to wall. This room is going to be full of sized paper hanging up. This is my job today. And then tomorrow, I've got to do the same thing all over again. That reminds me, chat is full of engineers, somebody says. Is my mother here today? Mom, are you watching today? Please let me know. Speak up. Can somebody tell me, is It Is Hopeless in the chat today? The lady called It Is Hopeless. Is she here today? The reason I ask is I got an email from my mom overnight. She is having trouble again connecting her printer. Her cable company came and replaced her router. They upgraded her router. They did the thing for her, changing the password on her computer so her computer could talk to the router, and then the guy left. And Mom is sitting there now with a printer, a Wi-Fi printer, that doesn't know how to talk to the router. And the lady, my mother's a pretty smart lady, but something she's not so hip on is how to do computer settings and stuff like that. That's okay. That's no insult to say that. She is a very smart lady. But she is now in a problem of her printer cannot connect. And I'm sitting here 5,000 miles away. How do I check the Wi-Fi settings on her printer? Router, yeah, whatever. Which, I'm a Brit, so for me, when we're traveling, we take a route to go somewhere. So for me, a route, the thing on the wall, our computer signal goes through a router to decide which route. For me, where I grew up, routing, when we dig a channel in a piece of wood with a tool, that's routing, not routing. Whatever. What kind of printer? I don't know. It could be a Brother, it could be an HP, I don't even know. So I was hoping if she was here, she could give us some information and we can give her some advice. She's not here, is she? It is hopeless. Mom, answer the phone. The thing too, we're talking about USB. That was Dave's first request. Plug the thing in with a cable. Forget the Wi-Fi, just plug it in. And she says the error message she's getting is about cannot connect, and she says the physical cable actually still is plugged in. So yeah, she knows how to type in chat. She's been here. She's probably just got bored with today's chat and gone off to get a cup of tea or something. I don't know. Come on, Mom, wake up. Can't be helped. No, over on Skype it says last seen 58 minutes ago. So she watched the first part of the chat and then gave up. I don't think she's so interested in the sizing streams. My own mother abandoned me. She's in Vancouver. She's in the west end of Vancouver. Lives on Comox Street in Vancouver. Man, is there anybody in the chat that lives down there? My God, is there anybody like that? I didn't think of that. Anybody here live in the west end of Vancouver? There must be, and all these hundreds of people here. Can I hire you to make a service call? I would happily pay. I was going to say, I would happily pay anything. I wouldn't pay anything, but I would happily pay. Or send a print or something. This is serious. If there is somebody in Vancouver who would or could have the time to do this, to give her a bit of a hand with this, I will happily send something over. I'm not going to give her address right here in the chat, but if you contact me. Woodblock printmaker doxes his mother on Twitch stream. I'm going to... Actually, I'd have to be careful. If she's here and she would probably just type her address into the chat and say, sure, come on over. She wouldn't think much about that. So, no, relax. I will not put her address here, but she is a really, really nice lady, She's okay. She's also doing really well, She wouldn't want me to talk about her age, but crap, I'm 70, She's doing really well to be on the internet and hanging around and sending photographs back and forth and typing into a Twitch chat. I mean, come on, give me a break. She's doing really, really well. But printers, that's about where she runs out. And I get it. Printers, my God, printers are the invention of the... Whatever, you don't need me to talk about that. No, there must be somebody in Vancouver, show. Okay, well, this stream also is going to be seen. And most people who see these streams actually see them later on. So let me just put the general message out. If somebody who sees this stream later on, if you are in downtown Vancouver or nearby, and if you feel like you might like to do this, or if you could help her with this printer, please drop me an email. And as I said, I will happily, if you can sort this out. I can't ask somebody to do this, but I would happily send a printer or something. Great Wave with Chitty or something. I don't know. Whatever. She had at one point a laser printer which was doing really well because there was no problem with the ink, just the cartridge would last for her. She prints once a day, so the cartridge would last for years. It went down, and my sister and her, they didn't quite see the ramifications. They went to replace the printer and they bought an inkjet printer. And I think that was done against my recommendations because she only prints one black page every day, her crossword puzzle. But of course, with an inkjet printer, once the purple ink has dried out, it won't even print your black crossword puzzle. So we've been through that time and time again. So the one she currently has, it's an inkjet, unfortunately connected by Wi-Fi, which was a mistake, whatever. How's our time? 9:31. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Well, lasers and inkjets are different, but for her, the laser was much more practical. Printing one crossword puzzle per day with no worried about ink drying out. It was the best solution. It lasted for years with no maintenance, no problem, no nothing. And once they switched to inkjet, everything has gone wrong. So. Yeah, woodblock printer crossword, yeah. The thing about this crossword is it's the highlight of my mother's day. It's the Globe and Mail crossword, which Toronto time in Canada comes up at midnight. So for my mother at 9 in the evening every day, this new cryptic crossword comes online. She goes to the printer, she goes to her computer, downloads the crossword, prints it out, and gets her glass of wine, cup of tea, whatever, and sits in her chair. And that's the last hour of her day enjoying this crossword. It's a highlight of her life. And for the past few days, she hasn't been able to do this. So my mother is a little bit desperate. She won't say so herself, but this is really, really a big deal for her. So I have to solve this problem. Okay, it's 9:32. I know, let's save the show and tell because it's something I want to show properly, and also too the light is not so great up here. But I can just give you a tease about it then. What we'll be showing in the next show and tell on Monday. It will be this print set, and this is a print set made by Adachi back in the 1970s. We'll have a look at it. And just for a tease today, the guy who sold it to me on Yahoo Auctions just took the original Adachi packaging, slapped the label on, and he put Japanese postage stamps on. Now this is how it arrived to me the other day. Japanese postage stamps, 15 yen postage stamps from 1971. They are still legal tender. So we got this in the mail yesterday, and I'm like, what is going on here? And I have no need for these. I'm not a stamp collector anymore, but they're all on a separate sheet. If somebody is interested in Japanese postage stamps from 1971, let us know. We'll look at the show and tell then next. Oh, my mother's here. Soka, soka, soka. Mom, you're too late. Today. Mom's here. Okay. Mom, we were asking the chat about your printer. We were asking people for recommendations about your printer. And also, I sent you an email this morning about this. So after the stream's over here, Mom, I'll get to a Skype. We'll have a go at this back and forth on Skype. And it's possible somebody from the stream here might be dropping me an email. Maybe somebody lives in Vancouver and they can help us with this. So we'll see. Okay, anyway, where we go. It's now Saturday morning. I will be back Monday morning doing another stream. It won't be sizing. I don't know what it'll be. I really have no idea what the next stream will be about. It'll be Monday morning for me, Sunday evening for you. I will probably be downstairs at my carving bench. Let's sign off with what we seem to be the normal sign off here for our second, third floor adventures. Away we go. Okay guys, thanks very much. I'm now going to be doing more sizing for the rest of the day. Catch you next time. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in a couple more days. Bye for now. Skype, Mom, stand by.